I advocate Tarun Kumar on behalf of Democracy News. Today, we would like to highlight the more importance of Armed Forces Special Power Act 1958. At the present situation in the northeastern is directly effective on the act of Armed Forces Special Power Act 1958. Why we are highlighting the awareness of the 1958 Armed Forces Power Act? It is very important to know by the students and young guys who are fighting for the civil rights under the Constitution of India. Every person, whoever is doing and activities to re-establish their rights under the Constitution in democratically and constitutionally, it is valid. It is our bad luck that central government, without the consent, without the direction of the state government, constantly extending the Armed Forces Special Power Act in northeastern area. Specific to say that Armed Forces Special Power Act 1958 is enacted when any disturbed has been declared, disturbed area. Disturbed area declared means what? There is no aggression by the external army. There is no any huge damage has been caused. In certain situation has been not arose if any organization fighting for the civil rights cannot be declared as disturbed area under section 3 of the Central Act. In regard to this, the Supreme Court full bench constitution has been guided and given the directions what are things to be followed, what are the things not to be followed. Now we would like to highlight the Naga People's Human Rights versus Union of India in the Supreme Court, which has been delivered in the 1997. Most important judgment in that many guidelines has been given to the state government and the army officers how the act to be implemented. Now we found that in the northeastern area, any army, specifically Assam Rifle, are not following that guidelines given under the said judgment by the Supreme Court. Now, first of the things, before applying this act by the notification of the central government with the consent of the state government, which has been not publicly informed, for how many months it has been granted, for how many days it will be effective. These are the things has to be clearly informed to the public. Now, we need to understand why this state government is not objecting to the central government if it is enacted through the Central Act or under the guidance of the central government. Apart from this, under the guidelines of the Supreme Court, the army has to follow the action before implementing the act. After implementing the act, what are the actions to be taken? What action after arrest? What actions with the civil rights? These are the things have been clearly mandated. Guidelines has been given to them. But it is our bad luck that our Assam Rifle, who is empowered by the Armed Forces Special Power Act in the northeastern area, are not complying the said guidelines. Now, the Armed Forces Power Act, who the officers, every time he has to make the coordination with the district magistrate or with the civil authorities. Without the civil authorities, they cannot imply the said act upon the civilian. Further, it has been granted. We found that the army soldiers, army officers, when they are arresting any woman, they don't take the assistance of the women police officers. Now, Assam Rifle has no any woman officer or any woman soldier. But before arresting any women gatherings or women activities, why they fail to take the help of the women police from the Manipur state? Now I am coming to the specific to the Manipur state, coming with the Imphal area, coming with the any of the district. Now we the citizen of India, we never asked the government show the gazette, show the notification. What are the points? What are the grounds that disturbed area has been declared, since when? What the conditions? Why it has been continued? Which area, which districts are affected? These are the things they are suppressing and not disclosed to the people. Therefore, people are sufferer, and by affecting this Armed Forces Special Power Act, enmity between the army and civil citizen has been arose. Armies are to fight against the nation, not in between the citizens of the same country. Thereby, morals of the army has been derogated by the continuous implementation of this Armed Forces Special Power Act. Apart from this, armies are already empowered under the 130 and 131 of the CRPC, when to be arrested, when to be searched, and what actions to be taken. Now, not a single army officers following the mandatory provisions, when they have arrested, they did not inform. When they have arrested, they did not inform to the police in charge. They did not produce the accused before the magistrate within 24 hours. Therefore, these are the violations cannot continue the Armed Forces Special Power Act in northeastern area. However, it is good luck to the few states who the Meghalaya and Tripura has been withdrawn with the Armed Forces Special Power Act. But rest of the 5 states is still continuing with the Armed Forces Special Power Act. Now, in Manipur, Armed Forces Special Power has been continued till date, and Assam Rifle is continuing doing the ill acts. Why they are continuing? Why our citizens are not inquiring with the government that from which date Imphal, Manipur has been declared as disturbed area? Under what provision? We found that citizens of the Manipur are claiming only to restore the civil rights and to have a more advantage facilities provided by the central government. On that pretext, some civil fighting quarrels are created, and simply they enacted with the Armed Forces Special Power Act. Apart from this also, now we found in the Imphal, Manipur, the army, though they can fire it, they are strictly directed not to fire to any gathering from the backside. But we found most of the firings are from the backside by the army, and they are strictly directed not to fire above the hip level, and they are doing that. They are strictly directed to, if fire is required, it should be in the bottom level, not in the upper parts of the body. So these are the things, completely violation of the human rights granted under the Constitution of the India. Now, army, while arresting the person, They forgot to follow the Article 22 of the Constitution of India, where mandate accused to produce before the magistrate within 24 hours, irrespective of the journey delay caused from the arrest or place to the magistrate. We, the democracy news. There are more things to write, more things to say, but due to the limitation of the time, so for the public awareness, we have highlighted few points for the awareness of the people specific to the northeastern students and people to challenge with the Armed Forces Special Power Act and ill implementation and violative of the constitution and harassment by the army people, and thereby economic growth in the northeasterns has been derogated since the day of implementation of this Armed Forces Power Act. Thanks for hearing the democracy news. Further, I will come with the details of the Armed Forces Power Act.